dia. Feliz de sabra. Oh my gosh, makasi bisa bom simang bastawak. Anto, mi akabi waro recordar ko ayuta de sabra, de 5 de julho. Anto makasi bisa bom simang. Anyways, feliz weekend everyone. Hello. Mita espero ko boso dating bom simang, ito ton simang produktivo, whatever that means for you. Muna ting simang lang ko ta jis bay untik mas slow ko otro sa kita sinti man ala bay super slow. Smita hobe contento ko ta sabra. Pero, you know, importante calor. Met feeling que it has to do with weather. Paso ta asina calor, anto mita sindi ko sa bay hobe mas slow oro ko calor. Anyways, just my thought. Bon dia, Hermans. Welcome to Sincerely Carolina, where I get to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Me quero visa danki na kula fam for allowing this space so I can talk about whatever I want to talk about, of course. I danki na my awesome sponsors. Thank you, Crest and Sarah V. I appreciate you. By the way, obviously it's summer. Naruba to summer like all year round, but me just quero recordar so Hermans, ku sunscreen ta hobi importante. So wear sunscreen. Me saco dor ko ta summer, para tinha tendência com mais de nós to spend more outdoors times that we usually do na Aruba. Dus me just quero recordar que sun damage is real. Anto hoje em dia tem assim uma opção para local com sunscreens e different formulas and different types. Hay local que tá trapabo e hasi uso de esaki. You know, for health reasons, but also beauty reasons. CSA ta motivabo mas. Doesn't really matter as long as you use it. And of course, I'm Sid Vibisa, ku mitating honor di try out different survey sunscreens nang. So si batawak mi stories nang, then you would know how I feel about different types. So check them out if you can. Anto minopobisabo from the top of my head una turbo prohayan nang, pero si bo message me, I'm sure may pakontestabo. Okay? Pero si we nos bij papia die tópico que me tá hopi importante, me hopi tempo tá eigenlijk pensa erover. Con papia die tipo de tópico nang aqui, pero nós estamos em summer, então me quero que pressão também tiki mais, or ko hena tá vai viajando me teri para me não put anyone on the spot, pero me teri para com hena tá share tocante nang vakansie nang, anto ko ting hena nang ko tá share mas easily, portanto tá post mas para nang mês, outro hena nang portanto post menos para nang mês. So começa a whack, you know, a trend die eigenlijk body image en to kon ons zien die over die persoon die ta summer ready, whatever that means. Pero me diz que hopefully tem uma conversação que também lá nos sinto um pouco mais confortável about a pessoa que não está, quem não está, e enjoying that, no guarda pa ora que tem perfect aesthetic, para eu começar a share, para eu começar a enjoy, anto fashion is fun, para mim quero que os ladies não que tem como awe, por explicar essay, não nota desconhecida em mundo de tá vocal about fashion, me quero say good way of saying it. Pero siguro nanti yung opinion tocante fashion in general, pero também over the different curpa nang. So without further ado, me talaga these really beautiful ladies introduce nang me si Asina, persona ko no conoce nang. Hello ladies, good morning.
Hi, buen dia.
Good morning.
Ali, can you say buen dia again?
Buen dia.
I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Medyo kumisa ko po, Ali, personong ko no conoce po. Feel free to speak, you know, Papia English, we do that. Pero personong ko no conoce po. You know, I mean to roll my eyes, of course, because, like, I mean,
Where have you been?
Exactly. Ano ba tabi ba? Pero, no joke.
I know.
Joke. Pero, sa akin topic about fashion. So, may sinti si bosa di fashion, i boto biba na Aruba, i bono sa akin alita, sinti algo, it's not clicking, right? In my opinion. Pero si, sorry, Ali.
Well, thank you for that. Well, my name is Ali Hector, and I'm a personal stylist. Also a commercial wardrobe stylist, and I've been doing that, I want to say for the past 6 years now, 6 going on 7 years. I've been doing that on the island. And yes, I have strong opinions about fashion and how we use it, and how we use it to communicate ideas about ourselves, our goals. So that is my space.
Yes, and I feel like that was like a really good introduction, and we will dig a little bit deeper into, you know, those thoughts that you just gave us. But thank you for that, Ali. Just quick question before we continue to Marilyn. Can you explain real quick what a commercial wardrobe stylist is. So
Okay.
me sinti ko, obviously duro ko mi conoscevo, awo mi ta comprendeki kita, but some people might not, so maybe.
Okay, so commercial wardrobe styling is what I do for brands that do commercials. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm using the client then is not the person. The client is the brand.
Okay.
So then I'm selecting clothing and helping them craft a style guide for the models that are going to be in the production. And I worked closely with the production team, with the directors, creative directors, to figure out the look that's going to work for that commercial. It could be print, it could be video. Yep.
Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, we'll go back into that.
Yes, because I know it's linked to what
to what
we
we're
want to
gonna talk
talk
today.
about. Exactly.
All right. Marilyn.
Oh my gosh, how do I follow that?
Oh my gosh, you are a force.
It's a giving. She's everything. I'm just me, like Barbie and Ken.
My
Ken is
gosh.
necessary, honey. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Well, I'm the Marilyn. Basically, I'm a fashion enthusiast, and I don't know, I post very cute photos on Instagram, and I hope of like very cute outfits from the specific, and hope that inspires us bigger girls to have fun and dress up and embrace ourselves. You know, limit ourselves. We can't be cute because we're bigger.
Yes.
That's basically all I do.
It's amazing.
Well, see, basically all I do while she's like doing 2 masters and, basically all I do.
I've seen
Right.
this.
Humble
That's why I
flex.
said
No
she's a
joke.
force, you know?
Yes. I mean, I say tanto importante because I do think that also ties into it, like being empowered and how it's transcendent in so many areas of your life, and not only like maybe fashion or like how you present yourself, but din boca so mita sinti ko ita very alive din tur areas ng di bida to mita kira ko fashion has an added value, and that sounds ko na momento ko bata sinti siguro say ta come over tama ting otra parte ng di bida. But Ali obviously understands that, and that's why she talks about dressing up with intention.
For sure.
Sempre mita grabe ako mita sinti ko mita digi flow ho over mi outfits nang of vooral orang mita mita bij trabaho so mita sinti meeting mi mensong uniform ko mi mensa create basta kiko mita base mani kasi turdia, but I think ko ting algo tiki mas special mi sempre pensa riba po Ali. Ato mita pensa okay basta kiko e topic di mani meeting agi tabay ta anto kiko mita bay purba di mani clear, right? Mi kiar sit intention, mi kiar add to the attention of is mani profilami mes basta in a specific way e momento A of mi guys kiar mani bring that down paso mita purban ni crea un better relationship ko e persona mita meeting with anto lagi sinti mani mas tranquilo of porta e persona agi ti yung image konosi mi via telefono so anto porta mita come over hope streng anto turns out kumita the super like mani bubbly person anto how am I gonna bring that into like the meeting as well, so I do think about it thanks to you.
Wow.
Over di kung mita come over ding momento ng asina, no? Paso ita moeilijk. Pero also mita kira ko ora ko no sowieso no sabi na Aruba, which no sur sa kirmean ko shopping is limited. Amin nota it's like, how would I phrase this? I like buying stuff. When I enjoy, when I automatic endorphins ang kumita momento ko I purchase something. But purchasing something can be like even grocery shopping. When I a happy feeling or kumita purchase things, right? Pero ko pa yung yung tiki mas difícil because it's such a hassle. Alisa, mita puro be conscious about mi fashion choices nang mita puro conscious I naruba hobi porta choices di mani conscious brand, pero mita puro consciente di mani choices di tela, mani am I gonna be able to take care of this, right? Pero also kung mani kiko the expectations di hene muhe kumi curpa na Aruba anto bita sinti ko porta.
There's a lot to unpack, Carolina.
Yes.
As you continue, there's a lot to unpack.
I mean, and I do think that we should really talk about that because I
Okay.
mean, siguro kung minute uniko hindi,
Yeah.
I have like a very I don't know if simplistic is the right word because I don't necessarily think it's that, pero tiki modest maybe anto mita gusto ta functional. I like comfort. Dus mita shop ko that thought in mind, pero even si mita ta sinti man mi look at something mas playful, mita track me mess back. And so what happens is when I go abroad, sometimes I shop like riskier stuff, and then meet me back and
You know, it's interesting that you say that because talking about fashion being for everybody, for all bodies specifically, it's one thing I always hear is people will say, "Bosa na Aruba mi no po busy asina. Unda mi tabi busy esay na Aruba." You know, so we have created this little box for ourselves. The box doesn't exist. We created the box of what is acceptable here for whatever reason. And if you go outside of the box, pero I say no, eigenlijk Aruba. Dus ora mi may vakantie, ora mi po busy sina, so nyo hindi na konose mi po bitang tiki mas risque, you know, but I really believe that it's a box that we have created for ourselves. I don't know how you feel about it.
I agree 100%. I think experience di both being a local here,
yes,
and ako kumita basically turista, pas na bilana.
Correcto.
It's a different. Paso local kumita busy, awari kina in zomer kinanang, summer, verano. Just to cover all bases. It's a full different to go or kumita bikina or kumita bikina to okay, jeans ko t-shirt because how dare I dressed up with the bikina. But this summer I'm like I'm in orange and pink and yellow with dresses ko so I really feel like when we stop do that
and you know and my question is because like I have to say like my own style awakening did not happen even though I have my mother to thank, you know, for
who's by the way in the studio.
She's in the studio.
She's so cute.
Yes. So you know I have her to I'm grateful to her for her guiding us, me and my sisters, you know, and like how to dress ourselves. But true style awakening for me happened outside of the island. It didn't happen here. And then, you know, I think about what is it, the chicken or the egg? Like which one comes first? Is it us, like as a community, not pushing the boundaries, right, that have been set? Or is it also a combination of the options that are available for us here by retailers that only cater to a specific type of body? So when you walk into a store, you don't feel identified by what is hanging on the racks, and then you end up with the jeans ku t-shirt, right?
Sad time in my life. I'm kidding.
No, but I think it's relevant.
No, but it's true.
And I mean, say tame mitala pape ko ang amiga ko shout out to her as well. Ita hopi in the background, may tabay just bisu number anto si Rabe ya. Shout out na Mandy, Leonard, obviously nos yung hopi bong amistad, pero nos ta conversar di topico nang ko nos ta haya. People don't talk about enough. Anto un dia ko sang ko nos amak me, you know, nos in similar sizes, anto nos struggle ko niya, it's so unrealistic pa sobra si nos waka ruba sa population.
Correct.
It not reflected back din choices ng di shopping ko nos ta wak, not reflected back ko bibiyaha ding man commercials ng ko nos ta wak. How diversity did the Yoruban people not represented back unto you know, in all forms of diversity. When I say that word, no, not just any sizes at this point.
No, we're talking about the full spectrum.
Yes, anto basta ito tiki problematic anto tambe ko nossa cargela sina huwa sendo com nossa realidade como país, como isla, está completamente diferente, pero nossa cargela si como ne basta size such a big part of like, you know, everyday conversations, to the point ko eta man yung tiki basta mo meseta kasi man on the defensive side or ko bota no basta norm conforming ko model sizes.
Yes, you definitely have to kind of step out of your way to find what you are looking for, you know. But I think it should also be mentioned that in nota mane minuta kere ko e problema akita Aruba so
probably not,
you know, because it's fashion. Like fashion is the issue, is how they are packaging, right? The clothing and who they are creating the clothes for. So I'll mention a major fast fashion brand, Akinang na Aruba. I'm not going to say their names, pero they had a specific line that included sizes 12 and up, and recently that line was discontinued. And by the brand Busados and Nota Aruba specifically, it's the brand discontinued that line, and reason is that they are now just going to include the sizes. It's just going to be available, so all styles are going to be available in those sizes, and they're not separating. The issue with that is that when we get the sizes here, we don't get the full size run. And we only get a specific size 0, maybe 2, maybe 10. 12, maybe there'll be like 1 or 2, pero te and the larger sizes are only available online. And that is an issue that I know in the US, I don't know how it is in Holanda, but in the US, that is one thing that a lot of people complain about, is that larger sizes are not available in the store. They are only available online. So people that are sizes 12 and up are completely X'd out of the in-store shopping experience. You only go in to see what there is, but there's nothing that you can actually try on. And recently also, just to add to what's happening in terms of fashion, I don't know if you guys remember, there was this major boom of all different types of bodies on the runway, and then they completely went away. The last I think it was maybe last September that they had like all the shows, and everybody was asking, where is the diversity? Where did diversity go? And that question is yet to be answered. But a lot of plus size models have come forward and said, we get asked to walk the runway, but these clothes are not available to us. So then what is the point, right? It's almost like when you talk about rainbow washing, and when you talk about and or like sustainability, like you say you're sustainable, but you actually are not greenwashing, right? So now what we talking, diversity washing, is that what we could call it?
Sure.
So not much has changed. Like optically, maybe it looks like things have changed. But to emphasize what you're saying, we have to work much harder to find what we want, because the options are so limited. And to being on the island here, our options are even smaller.
Exactly.
Because of what people are choosing to bring to the island, or maybe because of what's also available to them from the suppliers that they're buying from. So it's complicated.
It is.
I don't know how it is for you in Holanda.
Basically the same.
Okay.
People get tops, pero bottoms that impossible. So, itami hope ibiyamit in jeans, but okay, good thing. Do I like the material? And then I go online and
to purchase like the size that.
It'll be sad. But so me kiar contribute, and mitami kiar man the instant gratification. And then nope, I go home disappointed. But then a few days later to show up.
They show up in your mail, and then you're happy again.
I'm happy.
Pero ito facioso sobre bueno por pase, por ejemplo, right? A mí tá gente com vi que dori fully processo aí, mas viram gente que me passa algo, até que dá me bom, então não tem mais color. I'm that person, então me tá quando diz nota gente like I try, então me tá quase me escuta ali de minha cabeça, but it's like process the scene, tedious.
So once you find something that you like and that fits, you're like, let me just get it in all the colors.
Então tem hora me tá rabia para sobra com jeans, por exemplo, ou com calção, não tá bisa que também é mesmo style, na yama mesmo coisa, me tá compra mané 2 ou 3 é mesmo size, é mesmo style name, pero diferente color, então me diga cas, ou dia que me vai actually vestir ele, é um mané blanco, toch diferente que son preto.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, because the dyes change the texture of the fabric. So not even if they say, oh, you get it in blue, white, whatever,
it's going to be the same.
Dye it's not going to be the exact same. It's not.
So I've learned that lesson.
The good way through experience.
Sí. Pero ito hasi, bita sinti ko, this whole thing makes the experience pa mi, no? Mi papá pa mi mas. Mita hayele mas tedious, mita guste menos y menos. Mani Tiora, pica, no que pone on the spot, mita si hobby, pero ahora que mita shop com casa, por exemplo, mita haya ko eta fit ding mani e size nang ko na awaro traha.
Yeah.
Mani eta e typical mani hande hombro, paki ko e size na awaro traha, eta altura ko eta awaro traha, e mani proportion ko awaro traha. Dus even mani as he go through sizes, dus anytime ko mani eta go ding mani super fit period, anto ko eta by mani down a size, por example, e size eta ke dele. Bom. Anto if he goes up a size, size eta que bom maneta supposi queda anto not money hold grudges or anything pero minota gusta shop ko ni pasobra
it's easier for him
miti gani have a different experience so pa mi tiki mas frustrating miti ko pasa dori cos das awo mani no na min bit na hobi honesto fe ora ko mani nos começa date ko mani nos go to mani shopping of algasina eta han je leuk mi comprende eta han je leuk pa mani share and eta han je leuk pa mani bijvoorbeeld mani pas pa mi wak of algasina pero mi no que have that pa sobra mani half of the things sinota mas kumita ko iba den pas kamer ko nele nota che dami maniera eta queda e popci of was con eta supposi a queda
anto mi te quiere eseita I think that's us.
For sure.
In those moments, ora ko bota mane wak e popchi anto e nota queda mane eta queda riba e popchi. That's us. That's now us. Being conditioned by what we are constantly seeing online, on our Pinterest boards.
I see.
And that can be. It could be very. It's a mind trick, because you have to really constantly be aware of the reality that you are in and who you are. Talking about all bodies, right? And accepting the body that you're in.
Correct.
And to mita kere akinang. Eseita una mita kere. We have an issue with the style awakening is because we are constantly in battle with our bodies. Constantly trying to change them by mas flaco, by opera, by beat yourself at the gym to change. There is not much conversation being had about acepta pero cuida.
Yes.
Minuto papiano aceptando que me lagabay. Accept and take care of the body that you are in. And I don't know how it is for you from being like here and then like going away. Pero para mí, I walk también like more bodies that look like me dressing differently. Ora kumi asali fe di Aruba. But like I think I could actually do that.
I can look cool.
I can look cool.
It's all about trying time. Agora pare si mampasa, toto hopi kalor ng Holanda. This mabising crop top for the first time. And I'm like, naruba, misako lumahaya haladi comment. And I did from like a few local people. I will not name names.
Yes.
Online? Yeah, online because I posted in close friends. Imagine, close friends. So ito manara un grupo masera, pero they're like so used to kung aruba ta. And
they were like,
crop top, obviously. Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to prove? Like, girl, the calor. And I looked good and I felt good. Pero ito just want to show it different than culture. So, yeah, makustama ako na hulano. May pagkana na may pajama. I don't. Just panos na very, very.
Okay.
I don't.
I was like, what?
No. I wanted to do extreme example.
Okay,
no, I would never. You can ask Carolina.
Diz que era laga no sa. Aceita possibilidade.
But I do not do that.
Okay.
And I don't wear leggings as pants tampoco.
Oh, praise God.
No.
I know. We are seeing this.
We're getting canceled. No, pero kung just show extreme ko, makustama ko, nobody cares what you wear, yabonang. So, maripara ko único persona ko ta care is me. So, Beyonce said nobody can judge you but you, or like nobody can judge me but me, and I took that seriously. So, I want to experiment with fashion more. what makes me feel good? What do I look good in? Apa orang may bisi crop top, may ko di ko mabuti niya sa bisi. Ito mo girl. Anyways, that's another topic. May ko sa vent kinanang.
No, but you know, it's part of it.
Yes,
I think it's part of the
Say that.
conversation.
Pasobra, how does that impact you, right?
Right.
Mane, mitong hiyande ko, again, it's like I like bubbly things. Me insights are very hardcore and very dark, but me outside me genuinely gusto light and colorful stuff. Anto go through phases di no gusto bisi chemise, and then basta gusto bisi chemise. So ultimo tempo mita arubat calor, anto chemise porta comfortable. Mi size to fluctuate. You know, I need to be honest about that. When I'm eating PCOS, anto it's part of it. Anto pami mantene un size chiquito. Eta off miti o kis ta amarga, pues miti un very limited food intake. Off un size un tiki mas grande, pero come razonable, eating actual energy, right? And
Yes.
I'm constantly battling those two things. Pero zeker man, ko hobe biyaha man chemise and stuff, tamita choices lang un tiki mas duradero de mi mente. But even if I shift within those sizes, you know?
Absolutely.
And so I think about that. So ultimo tempo nang mi diba invest more ding sundresses lang, stuff that I can wear in the weekends, but also could work to work. Basta. Pero, you know, mino kailangan hina nang ko tapapia ko se apuntrami ko se sinti malo se nata escucha mi show, pero a amount of people ko apuntrami se mita na estado of no ni apuntrami, pero assumi ko mita na estado lately dor ko mita vestindo mas chemise
dresses.
Sí. Anto undi na mi vestir hari pa sobra etata enotata ko mawaro puntra la waro assumi this next time ko mawaka tu fal mita tinha chemise vestia trobe ela puntrami e conta que bariga tu mita ne ko bariga mi brigi pasta. Basta, anto, e momento, me dá um tiki pissed.
I die.
Yes. E I'm the sparky. Dus biarma quando está, what are you talking about, right? Pero no ni como um angry tone, pero me diz que era laga sa e mahasede um funny way, dus mapuntrele kiga hermano brigi pasta, sobre mim que laga persona sinti super malo tampoco.
But I think that we should let them sinti malo. You know why? Because
I don't like
we
conflict
need
though,
but they are being so confrontational by assuming that your fashion choice means now that you are pregnant.
Not just my fashion choice, but at that point, nabi sa amin tame, kung maninang have full conversation about it, about how may bira mas bonita, inang asumi ko behind you humber. Bani, the conversation went so far.
It gets worse.
Yes, maninang conversation go so far, kung na-discuss ko behind you humber, pa so mabira mas bonita, anto you humber tahasi, mama nang mas bonita,
Anto yung mujer
mujer.
ang takita bonita sa Facebook. I mean,
my God.
like how toxic can we be?
Right?
Wow.
Dus, obviously may casa to, mabisa mi kasama, mabisa li pueblo to ba assim min estado. Paso, abo no, pero
Not you,
pueblo.
honey. Pueblo.
Paso, anto, by days, mita ba ham you humber, paso, basa, mani.
Oh my God.
Mani, basa, anto, mita ham increíble, pero of course, ako mita pensa dos biyaha, pero may
About
gumibis
the
yung
fashion,
chemise.
about the dress.
Mane ultimo tambe mita bisa len mane mita post porta algo ding mi stories lang anto bane ofita kite di biya falga sino so mita hyper focusing now on mane mi choices ani paya, so of course amiti un thing ko mane mi about mas grande obviously mane ko mi body ta shape this hobi biya mita compra cost lang ko mane habri
The A-line,
yeah.
which is great because it accentuates the waist.
yes mane I like my waist so mita accentuate
Yes.
pero herita mane oh my god pero dami tinko bisti mane menos A-line stuff
No,
sobra
absolutely not.
ito ba mane crea illusion
No, they cannot
kung may
win.
Mr. Space
They are not allowed. They are not allowed to win. And the reason why I said that it's okay to like make them feel bad about that, because we need to draw a line and we need to set a boundary. We need to set tone. I think for the people that are experiencing these type of like bodily attacks, call it what it is. I feel it's a bodily attack when people ask you if you're pregnant. Pakiko babise crop top A, you know, it's kind of like babira gordo. Oh my gosh.
As soon as I mabaha ka alam, holon. But ako may hope and it's like, girl. Like,
oh my god
I'm the highest Anders, pero okay, thank you.
And this is the box that we have created. This is the box that
we created as a community, right?
Correcto. We created this box that makes every single one of us self-conscious about what we choose to wear, and that's why the style awakening can happen not here but abroad, because you are free to explore and do all of that stuff, you know. So I would like to tell you, do not, anybody that has, because we know anybody who is listening has been through that, because this is something that I think everybody goes through.
Yeah.
Gente mujer y gente hombre, by the way, you know, that get these comments about your body, your this, mabida gordo, mabida flaco, oh, without a cuidable miss, mas mi home, back in the day, di ko malagabay. Like, it's none of your business. Pakiko buta puntrami essay, eigenlijk. No puntrami essay of new otro gente. I think it's time for us to, because we've been quiet about it for too long, and we've allowed people to just be rude.
Yeah. See, right? Into
be rude.
Mane, also, I just want to touch on that a little bit, because of course that's where my brain goes. Pero e mundo di mane ta fit e ta flaco, ta hopi, expensive.
Talk about it.
I mean,
talk about it.
Anto, mitahay ang hobby importante para consciente di say, maneting ora hena tabi sa mi, pero tempo po tabi pa na merka, po tata musra sinabong, yara yara yara. Anto, okay, so basta mane, there's so many reasons why. So iso ting hobby mas option ora ko mita grocery shop. Pero mita tun sponsored athlete at that time. Mita to by gym dos, mi para afford pa by gym dos ba dia so tata wara pa pa mi. Mane mita to ko rebais hobby biyaha pa by school pa mane huzelio como cardio. Mi para afford pa mane shop mane foods nang etc. Basta ko mi para make mi comemento interesting y no sinti mane mita dieting and mane starving me means pero gewoon come mane the food that I needed.
Yes, because
pa a level of activity that I was doing.
Right.
Mita ta ting mane full un team di mane medical professionals pa ting mi PCOS and check. My hormones not get checked every 6 months. Mane basta tur mi treatments stand that adjusted kada 6 luna based upon.
You were an athlete.
Yes, mane basta mane mita to estudiando des mi level de stress, mi no me será traha, basta tambe. Des tur kos nito mane hobby diferente. Anteri claro para bahi di level A di moveção. Pa mane no moveção, a very minimal moveção. Anto bo corpo ta bahi de un shock, kasi ta logies. Des sowieso pa me ever attain. I know what is required para me attain that body type. Assim na mesmo, mane mi tatong size americano, 4 of 6, pa sono sa hopi dahil ko over the say. Mane say americano mi topiano di mane brands ang propaganda no paga of course, mane brands mane American Eagle mi hayag ta brands ang kunang size ang to di mas realistic ko mane otro size ang. Pero des mi nunca notato mane you know, small size. Mane minuto na size small ding mane basta fashion brands or whatever. Pero mitasina where the what is required for me to ever be there and not realistic ko mane un adult lifestyle.
No,
mane,
it's not. It's really
mane
not.
full-time job basta ato milomester mane un chef at this point, milomester mane asino hobby ko, mane personal trainer, milomester mane ora na liber pa mi por attain un similar body at this point. Milomester medical professionals kuno ting naruba.
You know, I think it goes back to like the one is the self-acceptance, right? And it's also I think the need to hold on to youth.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Youth is the looking youthful of looking like, oh my gosh,
Not your age.
Not your age. Not looking think about that. Looking not your age is what all of us are striving for. So you're working against Mother Nature.
Well, not a logis.
You know, and I think it's unfair to who on the life experience, and I think as women, people who in general, our bodies fluctuate. That is just what happens with as you get older. You know, your hormones change.
Yep.
Your demands on your life change. You know, maybe you were an athlete and then you became a wife, and then maybe you became a mother, or maybe you have like reproductive like issues that cause your weight to fluctuate, or maybe you just that is not how your genes work. You know, that your body is just a little bigger than what fashion considers to be like acceptable or society. But I'm still in shock, to be honest with you. I hear these things all the time, but every time I hear them, it hurt. I'm saddened for us, for our community, that we are making it so difficult for people to explore and really be themselves and express themselves. If they want to wear a crop top, pa ba din kaya of no? Basta e persona a ting a choice pa hasi essay, you know? And to it's
So,
Sorry.
No.
So, mi vai segue ko uncos ko meeting pari tempo ta papi ko mi sobrina about anto you know, then mi lo kaba po add to it as well. Pero mi ting ko mi sobrina pari tempo kaba you know, anytime we have un tiki struggles ko when mi peso of algo assim, and I mention it. E it's a super unconscious thing ora, no? Anto porta mi te bisele mane mita ko algo fami kasha anto not a fit mas of not a fit mane etapa ta fit anto mita mane oh my gosh mita have a realization ko porta mi tinko ta un tiki consciente ko basta mita going tiki over ti mane mi usual weight or whatever anto eto mi sa mi hobi biya so response immediately ta mane but you're beautiful anto turo mita kon step back mi no abisa ko mi nota bonita ma just bisa ko mayena anto eta un cos ko mita probando di crea den jep seto mucha ko mi no chiar pa e attach peso na boniteza, right? E mais e mais, e mesta become aware of it, pero ito sina standard ko, nos meste kasi, it's like, how do I say this without being like politically incorrect or basta stepping on people's toes, pero ito kasi manin, nos ta doon people cookies, na momento kung mani nang stimo ng mes, mani inang nota fit, mani un standard di beauty. Des bambi sabot yung hende ko I woke you before but say mi tawak mas pero yung hende ko embrace mani natural hair anto takasi mani bata praise nang pasobra ko mani na
oh my God,
embracing
you're
natural
so
hair.
brave.
Wow.
Basta kami mani but mani kasi no sa kanaran ko stickers anto mani wow but in durf nice basta anto pesa mi ta seguing kinana pasobra mita I have a little issues with that pasobra mani di kong nasa doon the people cookies for just being who they are anto being okay with that. Ito kasi mani it's almost not allowed anto dare you mani nota conforming beauty standards anto toch ta contento anto toch mani share pictures anto toch mani ta who you are fully.
I think if I can say, I think they maybe it's a form of realizing that they themselves don't have the courage, right?
I think it's a hope you're projecting.
Yes, it's very projecting, right? Like they themselves don't have the courage to rock the natural hair. I remember when
They can be very condescending too.
I remember when I transitioned from being relaxed for
forever.
A lot. Yes, I'm still more. I still spent more for the amount of time that I've been natural. It still does not add up to the amount of years that I was relaxed. You know, and when I decided to do the big chop, the first big chop that I did, I remember. Not a lot of people were doing it here on the island. Nobody was talking about natural hair. You know, it was something that I saw again in New York when I lived there. A lot of women were transitioning, and so I was okay. I want to do this, and when I did the big chop, I remember the weekend, and everybody's had a different reaction. And it was very like they could not hide it. It was very visceral, right? So I remember this one person just looked at me, and it was almost like she was angry.
Wow. Okay.
You know, it was almost like she was angry that I had made that choice, and I was really blown away. You know, some people would like gasp completely.
How dare you do whatever you want with your body?
Like, you know, wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, you know. But, so a lot of it though was happy. People were happy that I.
Good for you.
Yes, you know, that I embraced, you know, my natural hair. But there were people that were offended. They were offended by that. Yeah.
And I think that's a very important word, no? Offended. And to, you know, obviously may invitado a Marilyn because we have had this conversation. But a amount of people ding I want to say like last couple of months, weeks, insinuate of kuntrami of about my weight of in the form of like, are you pregnant? Mitigated also because it's like this obsession kuno sting ko mani societal norms as in bakasa batrahong ka sa
Where's the baby?
next basta das ito po ni hobi mani social pressure tambe ko mani mita pensa basta hold up anto basta conversations nang ko go deep mani miting ko half nang kumikasata ting ora mani basta ito fastioso sa hento puntra no santo mani anto do we need like an automatic response to it? How do we respond? Are we being rude? Are we gonna, explain to people why or not? Pero ito, may kaya consciente di same. So, non sto papeando hopi tempo over the topico ng aki. Anto, miting ko bisa ko, awoki ko no sta ding a trove temporada di vakansi. Midibis vakansi and a lot of people travel. Mitari para ko hinet ng behaviors that change in the sense ko, kung hina tabay mani before bisa mani summer aki like is pabing ko mani hopi outfits and she shares about it to post pictures basta
very beautiful by the way.
Yes.
Ali approves.
Very beautiful.
Pero minsan si hopi hina nota Cynthia say anto pasobra nanta duda imitawake ding mi friends ang mes mani nanta bay por ta vacation na super cool place ko ting mani basta cool rivers on the beaches anto nanta wear non swimsuits to like these places pero na nota post eri potrati mani full experience pasobra ko nanta takay eng pamani musra ng curpa ng as they are ding mani water activity for example which includes mani swimsuits. Your legs are showing, maybe your belly is showing. Anto, hinata sinti ko mani, mi kurba not a fit on like the gram of mani, although makumpra swimsuit ko tata mani, super cool, anto ta full in fashion and stuff. I'm still not gonna do it, but sobra people might have an opinion. Anto, let me just keep un trabo mani, I mean, no give tips of whatever, pero process tambe. Mi kira ba sempre totoo yan ito hindi confident of no sempre, pero ultimo ayan nang ba echt basta but I'm making a point. Yes, anto but at the same time ko basta how do you deal with that? Ko people taking offense almost in that.
Oh my God, we don't have another hour. Pero, in my experience, how do I explain this? So, I feel bad. I get tired of the praising. Oh my gosh, what you hope you did. And it's like, I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. So, that's manera, just go back to what we were talking about before. Pero what I'm at that point in my life where I realize only I get to decide for myself in the sense see, how do I explain this without stepping on toes?
No, but we have to.
Okay. Ali said we have to step on toes.
We have to.
Yes.
Since no being back of Carolina Mateo Simang, she was canceled. No, I'm kidding. Not pero like only you can decide for yourself. What about people go, maybe I shouldn't wear this? No, wear it because you like it and you like how you feel in it. Comments the otro nang, they're not like not just comments. I hope you to realize that just like people projecting manera ng own insecurities. So just be happy with yourself. It's easier said than done, pero
it's a process.
For sure. Pero accept this is your body. It's like the most important relationship you have. And si I spend like your whole life being like, oh no, not bisa essay pa motivo di essay ko pa Kiko Maria tabay bisa ki Juan tabay bisa. And it's like you're not living. So just wear whatever you want to wear because you want to wear it. It go like hand in hand kung don't wear things because na bisabo wear it. Just do things that make you happy. So I hope that made sense.
Yeah. See, it's easier said than done. Basta it's exhausting. Toch, no matter what, even si bota basta siguro mo is, or whatever, it porta, yung tiki annoying tindihan ng minoting gani explicahiende. Basta minumihong nating gana.
No mistake.
Anto, I feel like I'm really good at that, pero I to come over as rude or whatever, right? Anto, so sinti ko din my brain is like choosing that battle,
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like a perception of you and you know you're nice. So,
Sure.
essa tama itong course. Kung
Taking
we
your
care
meds.
too much about Kiko otro
Sim.
hena ta pensa. Meanwhile, we know the truth. But so, ni Kiko Bohasa, we're the nicest person on earth, pero hena ta baita oh no, check it out, hope fake. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
probably.
So, just do
Pwede,
things that
probably,
make
sí.
you happy.
Sí.
Something ko abot ta happy, it's totally fine.
Sí. But, Ali, ento, paso na sa ting, full swing di temporada ko hena ta go out and travel anto ta doing, fun stuff, localmente, but abroad. Me te kere importante pa toch emphasize importancia di having fun with fashion, anto also, no limiting moments gis pa sobra ko. Imitame me carabisa ko, me ta contento ko ting brands e brands no solamente di paia, pero brands con companhia etc out there doing a nice job at portraying that as well. Peso não conhecer a ele, por exemplo, anti hope a de process aqui e it a very confrontational thing ora batawa ser da patrat nang maninanta era point on to share people in bikinis como um stoma, por exemplo. Anto bastante nanta share many different type of swimsuits nang como stoma po fit den gele. Anto mita pensa wow mani basta not algo to touch directly. Mino ko na pensa mani kung nanta baila ma. Mino pensa mani una nang nanta guarde. Of it's like of portagar vanuit kung nanta by gis mani besti mani un one piece of kung nanta by besti mani un rash guard maybe pa itong tiki mas kundi. Pero basta here they are showing them in bikinis until how it can fit comfortably, right? Cause na scene anto mita full mani wow mani ita go beyond just mani look di mani tasking yung stuff pero basta importante makan ko cost ng manera medical problems tambe basta ko bodies look different period. Pero un local brand I hope this is not a problem pero kumawak ko acaba di saka un commercial ko batraha riba gele ko ta Aruba su brand Aruba Tourism Authority na saka mani un commercial di beach anto ding je undi ladies ang ding awa siguro taf bani awa no to mani un typical skinny basta size 0 girl. Anto, mahaya say hope importante pa sobra. Ito tama brand ko no sa selling out there. No sa selling out there ko bobo being hangout na Aruba sa beaches solamente si bata super skinny anto bobo fitting man yung size 0 bikini. Anto mino hasta still riba jele anto mga commercial aki. Anto rimita man oh my gosh. Mani minabay busca otro commercials lang pero ela val me up ante zeker men ko mita pensa tabe mani oro ko mita wa commercials di cierto lugar nang mita pensa mani kung amita fit na lugar iba sabe is that a place for me
yourself representation
so I like that too so maybe you can talk a little bit about how you mentioned the runway for example pero localmente mani how are we navigating that
like you said, we do not have another hour.
We could though. Not today, but
we could.
Well, we could.
Basta mitabay papia ku porta ku ehena ng kuta basic ku productions. Basta is that we have to work harder, right? To cast people that are diverse. Because the people that, as we've been talking about for this hour, the people who represent different types of bodies, people, race, ethnicity, all that different stuff, they're not posting constantly on social media because of everything that we've just talked about. So a lot of the times what ends up happening is that people will reach out or productions will reach out to people that have easier access to, right? Because nanta post to the ora of nanta tariba de un otro production, Rachel nang nanting experiencia. Dus pa cast diversity, it's a lot of work.
Okay.
It's a lot of work. And that I think is the reason why a lot of times it doesn't happen, because also the time frame to which a lot of productions happen, the time frame for planning, pre-production, casting is very, very short. So you immediately gravitate to the people that, I don't know, off the top of your head, who we don't know. Okay, let's go. right?
Pero se nota crea también y please
I'm not
don't
saying
come
it's,
at me.
I'm not saying it's right. No,
I know,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no,
it's
I know.
right. But I what I wanted to say with the people that are part of productions is that we, as a production, people that are in charge of putting these images out there, knowing that we are also influencing, right? We are by putting the commercials out, we are influencing, we are setting the tone to what is acceptable. So knowing that, I think we can take a lot more responsibility by controlling the narrative of, you know, who we cast in these things. And that specific commercial, I'll say that production was very focused on let's present a more diverse cast, you know, and there was many conversations that were had, you know, in order for us to get there. But we have to work harder. And if you are somebody that you belong to a group that is not considered the standard beauty, and you feel that you want to be in commercials, you want to be that, reach out, you know, to be like, hey, I don't post all the time, but I would like to this, that, and then maybe you know, we someday, you know, if the opportunity is right, you know. Yeah, or post también por, basta.
Mi tinko bisa si ko toevallig ayer een cliënt dat papia conoce ook un local brand and I like that. Tia Swim per ejemplo, y nan sempre mi tahaya ta hopi good at like being diverse den showcasing, con swimsuits na tawar traha. I also
the handmade ones you're talking about, right? Yes.
I mane also basta owning ko all sizes can be sexy, anto pero basta si bakita mas smart is also fine for all sizes. Basta no ko mane si bota small kermen ko you have to be sexy because that's also important to, like, you know,
correct,
talk about. Pero anto basta posting bita wonder por también ibu entrele mane con esta ervare ese tamen como brand the momento como put that out there viegi wak bijvoorbeeld tambe Lendi por ejemplo esta ting ora ta post cosa hobby specific ato por ta página na época como over mane tiki mane too specific pero é importante, mane etauta post mane specifically te buscar hand between the ages of this and that, mane brown girl, black girl, basta pa sobra ito purbano di busca algo que porta nota haya mesmo fácil, but you know, it's wanting to showcase mane more diverse mane group of people. Anto ko ese importa scary tame pa sobra, you know, you're putting it out there in an explicit way, pero ito importante. Paso honestamente, mi te senti mi te era point i mas hende ora mi papia ko nang tambe ta senti sina ku mi te faday wa ke mesmo cara nang ding mani commercials ang na Aruba. Anto pa mi ese un deterrent. Pane si mi te wa ke mesmo cara nang constant mi no ke wa ke atrobe. Dus mi te tinha tendency ori pa no wa ke commercial pa sobra mi te atrobe mani mesmo hende. Mi te annoying mani mi te hende bisa all the time mani Aruba tinha sinopi hende bonita. You know what is bonita, pero mi te haya ko Aruba tinha sinopi hende bonita mani di kung dos ting mani this group of like 5 people who is everywhere.
You know, it's complex, you know.
I can imagine.
It's
I can
complex
imagine from a consumer point of view.
Yes, it's very complex because one of the things that is important for productions is having somebody who has experience being in front of the camera. And it's experience ta algo kung no ta papi di gele. It's one thing to post and look cute on your social media, but it's a whole other thing to be on production on a set for hours and timbiaha bonota come banta serio pasora nostra base. We're literally working from the moment we arrive on set to the moment that we're done, and when we need you to smile, we mean go a whoa basa. We don't want to for lack of a better word, like spend too much time pepping you up and prepping you and you know, being like, okay, bopor, misaki, you know, there's moments for that. But in commercial shoots, we need somebody who is going to turn on when we need them to.
There's the chicken and the egg as well, right?
Correct.
Because you need experience, but how do you get the experience when you get the opportunity? And it's like,
But the thing is too, like, if you are somebody who wants to be that, right? I would say practice. Yeah, go out with your friends and like saca portrait and to pensa dinandi un diferente manera, of maybe even look at international brands, look at the models and see, wow, wa kung a model aki a post, right? Kung ila post, I'm gonna try to do that in front of the mirror. Or then you can like practice, like you need, because it's a different brain that you have to access. Modeling tatrabaho. It's work, you know? And so that's the reason why we may see the same faces all the time, is because the more we see that face, production knows, pero a persona eting experiencia, right? Nos por usa nanting paya, nanting kiko, nanting access to makeup, blah, blah, all of those things, right? If they're talking about a production where I am not involved, a lot of times the models come with their own clothing. You know, there is no stylist that is helping them through that process. So again, ito lo cual kuta mas fácil anto say no stawak e mesmo cara nang, because they have made themselves available in that way. They have put themselves out there to be the face that people recognize and remember right away, production wise.
But that's good to know.
You know? You know, so
because siguro hope yan ta punta mo oh di ko ante me so
atrobe.
So that's good to know.
You know, and then for the model, it actually works into their advantage. Like Bantuma Anouk bijvoorbeeld, right? Kutata yung temporada that we could not stop seeing her. She was everywhere. She was in every single brand at Tabata Uzele. But to her credit, the more time she was in front of the camera, the more experience she got. And then she by Miami, swim, Fashion Week, did all the things, ended up in New York, and she's going to Italy now.
Yes.
Right? She just got signed. So kudos to her. She ela logra su meta.
She put in work.
And she put in the work.
Yes.
Para nós kuta consumers protecta fastioso. Nunca trove. Right? Pero Anouk did what she needed to do.
She put in work.
Right? She put in the work. She got the experience. Pero sí, I say that's the reason why that happens. Kung nos sa sigiwak mesong cara nang, anto pesay mita papia na ehenda ng kuta hasi produksyon, nos tinko traha mas duro pa nos haya cara ng fresco, right? Diferente tipo de bodies, black, brown, you know, other sizes, not blonde, no cabelo straight, no, bosa nos tinko echt traha duro pa hasi say, e tambe bumesa ting hende on production kunti e wowo, kuta realiza ture hende ng akita mesong kos. En tot kuting e durf, en tot kuting e decision making ability to say nos quer algo kuta in de verdad diverse. Anto
representation.
Basta kunang ta manin nanta bisa no e production aki nos tabay hasi diverse e nos tabay hasi turcos kun nos por hasi pa eta diverse in the casting. You know, so in namitin ko bisa like esaita people that make commercials, like we have to do a better job at that.
So mi tawag kay Ora. Anto probably a message coming soon.
Wrap it up.
Yes, pero I would definitely want to continue this conversation. So after we go offline, off air, I do want us to discuss to see how we can make that happen. Pero mida quiero kuting hopi area ng, as we could have seen sa touch base riba sino hopi diferente area ng ko I think are important to talk about y pa discuss como community. So ladies, thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Anto mida quiero big takeaway di awit tama ni Gis taking abukerta anto, you know, don't be too concerned about like making other people feel bad when they make you feel bad.
Can I say if the people make you, if they make you feel bad, make them feel bad back by telling them stop ikwe. Okay? Just stop talking about my body. It's none of your business. Thank you.
She said it.
Bye.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. E danke na torrendo katunin. Mina nibi sa boss na cominciamento. Pero if you tune in a little bit later, no worry, bo para rewatch. Riba YouTube, riba Facebook. Pero elo ta available também audio forms. Iba tong hendo kutopi on the go. Anto pa preferado escuchele. Ding headphones or something. It will be available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts soon. Tuesday, the latest. And I will be sharing about it as well. Please let us know si bata sinti kubating questions about this particular topic, and we will try to make that happen. Pa unpack those as well. Obviously, awesome to my thank you to my awesome sponsors. Carolina.
You're good.
Thank you to my awesome sponsors, Servi and Crest, for making these conversations possible. I appreciate you. Anto danki na kulafam, of course. Anto, I will see you again next week. Anto, remember what we said. Think twice when we talk about people's bodies. Like, it's none of your business.
Amen.
Yeah. Happy Saturday. Me espero ko bating bong weekend, the rest of the weekend. And let's just make better choices, be nicer people whenever and everywhere we can. Thank you so much. And yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Carolina, and I am the host of Sincerely Carolina, a series of educational conversations about current social issues with local and international experts. Make sure you tune